multi-talented over here.
Hey, listen,
Drinking round, pull up speakers loud, smoking half a pound, we get around. When they see us out with who they speak about, they like our style. We're still drinking brown, hitting it, Remy Carter in the ground. Roll another zipper, I'ma chase the liquor, drinking loud, pull up speakers loud, smoking half a pound, we get around. When they see us out with who they speak about, they like our style. We're still drinking brown.
Dave, we got that man in the building.
Yeah, we got a special one here today.
We got that man in the building right now, dog.
So,
Who we got?
We got Bryan Majors here, a.k.a. B. Majors.
Harrisburg, one of Harrisburg's finest.
Oh, finest, man. This guy, he's a Harrisburg finest, but this dude tore Stilton up back when he was playing ball.
Hold on. Before we get into the ball and who he tore up, this man wears about 20 different hats.
I know.
Let's make sure the audience knows who we're talking to.
Well, we're all, this dude
It's
is
that man.
4-year start at Susquehanna University, 08-09 Defensive Player of the Year, Conference Player of the Year, and overall entrepreneur. The man's got his hand in almost any type of business out here.
Like I say, 10 different hats. This man has tapped into his superpowers. Brian, welcome aboard, man. We got Bryan Majors in the building. How you doing today, B?
Oh man, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, you guys.
It's
really
an
appreciate
absolute
it.
pleasure, man.
100%. No doubt.
Listen, you're one of Harrisburg's finest, and I don't just say that lightly. I did my homework on you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I say I did my homework, I'm okay. I'm just gonna ask the question straight up.
Yeah.
When did you know you were chosen?
Ooh.
That's a real. You see what I'm saying? Because I looked at you, I looked at your profile, and I see it. Driven is an understatement when it comes to you. You've tapped into all of your superpowers in life. You think I'm crazy? I know who I'm looking at, and I know who I'm talking to.
Wow.
You've tapped into all of your superpowers in life. And then you were smart enough to say, intelligent enough, to say, I'm going to teach people how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me, Brian. Who are you?
I guess the straight back, it was 8th grade, man.
Yeah?
I was in 8th grade when I realized what it was.
What did you realize, brother?
I had it.
And what is that? People don't know how to identify it.
Man, it's
how do they identify that it?
First, it becomes from being able to, like, listen first, though.
But what are you listening to?
I was listening to my mentors, my teachers, my coaches, most importantly, my big brothers.
What were yourself telling you, though? What was your inner dialogue saying to you?
It was follow the lead. Like, I was blessed to have some great leaders in my life. Some great leaders, from my dad to my brothers to my mom to different community leaders. And I was able to just have the ability to listen and execute.
Wow.
So in 8th grade, when I got voted for most likely to succeed,
wow,
I knew I had that it.
And then to manifest it into reality. What does it take for anyone to pursue? It's one thing to pursue one goal in your life. You come with a tool belt.
Yeah.
An arsenal of passions in your life that you said, you know what? Instead of thinking about them, I'm going to make them reality. How did you do that, and how do you inspire others to do that? Because I know you're a motivational speaker as well. How did you put all that together?
It was time, it was patience, but most importantly, it was preparation. And I took the time to master the art of preparation, and I understood, though, also we only got one life to live.
The art of preparation, it reminds me, is that the title of one of your courses that you also?
That's
come on, bro.
I can't go too far into that one just yet. But the art of preparation,
is that right?
That's heavy. It's heavy. It's a lot of moving parts to it right now.
Just the title of that embodies your pursuit in life for your personal quest to be the best version of yourself.
That's it.
And you packaged it up, and you're able to now put it out there to the people. Now, what is it like to stand in front of people, knowing that you've taken these steps? How easy is it for you to sit there and help them to take the steps? And I didn't even put it in a different. I said easy for a reason, because when you have it, it just comes natural. Yeah. Yes or no?
At this point, it's natural, normal, like. I wake up, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I grew into that, though, and I'm able to now be the light for other people. I take pride in being a light for other people, though.
I don't want you to take this interview weird. I want you to look at it as I'm not here with the traditional questions. I'm here with this man is impressive to me.
I appreciate that.
This man is you have a glow, you have a level about you that most people, if they're not at that level, they can't see it. But it's easy for us to see it, because we know it's not easy to wear so many different hats, stay focused. I believe you run your basketball camp, 7 days a week?
Yeah, pretty often. I'm there. I left this morning from a couple training sessions. I was a few minutes behind.
But then you have the clothing.
The clothing.
How do you manage all of this? I mean, I know you have a team, you're a structured man, but you yourself, how do you?
I put my life on the line for this. This is all I got.
So you stepped right on that limb and made the sacrifice to.
Stepped into it. If we're gonna go deep right away, once my dad died May 9th, 2008, I gave him my word.
How did that impact you? Because obviously
it was the worst and best day of my life.
Talk to me about that.
Worst and best day of my life.
I understand the worst part, but the best.
It was the best day because everything he taught me about being a man and what it takes to accomplish your dreams and your goals, it all sunk in. It all dialed in. Like, it hit my heart heavy. Like, my dad was my hero.
Yeah.
So once he passed away, before he even passed away, he said, B, I'm going to be there for you.
When you were growing up, Harrisburg was not the easiest place to navigate. Yes or no?
Not at all.
How did you get through it? With the inner city violence and things just getting more and more out of hand, the distractions of social media, girls, and all those pitfalls could have tripped you up from your purpose. You're on a mission, and you're determined to prove it. How did you navigate those waters, man, those turbulent waters?
My oldest brother, Wes, my brother, Garrett, my brother, Eric, Andre, David, Smoot, Gilbert, CC.
Smoot. Why? Okay, yeah.
Like, my closest friends. We was all in the same type time.
Are they still here with you? Are they still there with you?
Yeah.
Do they all work with you?
We all ride together.
Oh, wow.
So we all ride together. We call it the Goodfellas. We ride together.
Yo, shout out to the Goodfellas, man.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, you got a question. Talk to me.
It's a question, but just more like, this is what, if you notice from some of the people we've had on here prior, the positive influences. They have people, they have family, they have their friends, they have people that are behind them in the corner from when 8th grade to now. That's the type of people that we need to be looking for and finding. And it's the fact that you can sit here and bring this up and say that these are reasons why that you, with all the negatives in our area, are why you were able to push through and find better. So what could you tell someone in this area? Like, what are you looking for in somebody? Like, what do you want to look for to try to, like, get out of here and be a positive like yourself?
First off, it's okay to be cool.
Yeah.
It's okay to be cool. It's okay to be smart. Smart is the real cool.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So when I was in school, I'm sitting in the front of the classroom. I'm the star athlete, but I'm still sitting in the front of the classroom.
Yeah.
I'm getting in class, the first one. I'm the one to leave class. I'm asking questions that people don't want to ask. So I made being smart cool in an area where if you got smart kid, it ain't really cool.
Brian, I'm not making this up. First question I have here, you lead by example.
100%.
And that's exactly what you just said by where you were sitting, saying that it's not, it's the cool thing to do, because I also feel as if that's the right example to set.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the position that you're in. Let's talk a little bit about basketball. Because one thing I understand about you and your basketball career, they say you are a bad mother effer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True facts.
Let's start from high school, Dave. Talk to me about some facts about it.
So, B Majors, man, I got to ask. You are on a team that, when I was a little kid, I grew up adoring. It was a Steel High team led by Tristan and Tremaine Crawford. They had 2,000-point scorers.
Yep.
They were a AAA state champ. They only had 3 losses that whole year. The craziest thing is they played y'all 3 times and they could not beat y'all once. That is still kills me, because as someone from Stilton, I hope you can maybe tell our host about how great this rivalry was in basketball between Stilton and Harrisburg.
And by the way,
what's up, Jay?
Tremaine's my nephew.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, so he's right. Their 3 losses that year was the Harrisburg.
Oh, the Harrisburg.
Wow.
So, I mean, that came about because me and Tremaine, like, back then the rival was so serious.
Yeah.
But me and Tremaine grew up like as best friends, though.
Okay.
But by the time October started till March, we wasn't friends.
No, not in competition.
Like, we wasn't calling each other. We wasn't checking on each other.
Wow.
This was like a serious deal that we know we got to see each other at least twice, minimum.
Yeah.
And that rival was so strong, so heavy, that at that point, him and the TNT, Tristan Tremaine, they whole squad, they whole squad was
loaded.
Was loaded.
Wow.
Buzz, like, their squad was heavy.
Yeah.
But we was Harrisburg. We like, man, we the big dogs, and we ain't changing that.
Now, did the beatdowns come on the home court?
You know what? And see, and this is what I love about when Harrisburg and Stilton get together.
Talk to me.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be some back and forth.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what? Hold that thought, Jay. Hold that thought real quick. We'll be,
I'm gonna represent mine.
listen. Let's switch gears a little bit. Dave, thank you so much for that intro. I know you're gonna be behind the scenes with some more questions. All right. Listen, we're gonna take a quick little break. We're gonna switch things up. But B Majors is in the building. This man has a ton of things to talk about. It's already kicking. It's already jumping. Let's go. Practicing bad habits. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.
I'm really one of them ones that say it and go get it done. I'm really one of them ones, no matter the challenge, I'm never gonna give up and run. Back on the wall, I'ma still do what it takes. The pressure ain't making me break. They wasn't good and I'm still feeling great. And I'm still open to all of the hate. Yeah, ain't nothing stopping me. Go get some property. I'ma stop playing with
Right back at you. We got two-time world champion holding down the passenger seat over there. Blaine Shuts in the building. What up, B?
What up? What up?
Welcome back from vacation.
Yeah, I'm a little tanned out, still a little red.
Yeah, man. Hey, how's that shoulder, man? I know you jacked some things up.
Yeah.
How's training going?
Training is going great. I did hit a little bit of a speed bump. I got to get my shoulder checked out. It's been affected me quite a bit. So we're hoping nothing serious, hoping that I can just kind of rehab it a little bit and jump right back into it, because I'm getting into a stride right now where I'm getting ready to just be prepared to be able to take anything last second, considering people will still be running, but I'm gonna be ready.
See, Bryan picked up on that real quick.
Stay prepped up. You ain't got to get prepped up.
Big shout out to that too, man. Major preps in the building. Listen, Bryan, that's Blaine Shutt, two-time world champion, Bellator fighter, MMA fighter. So you got some quality guests sitting next to you as well.
Man, two champions. 2 weeks in a row.
Listen, I'm blessed. The show is blessed to have this, and then you have this caliber gentleman coming in the building. We're on a great run. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But back to the main man in the building, man. What's going on, B?
Oh man, just enjoying the moment, man.
Listen.
Enjoying the journey, enjoying the moment right now.
And I love that, enjoying the journey, because I know you're a man that's on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let's go back in history a little bit. We left off talking about the Harrisburg-Stilton rivalry. You lit up. The room lit up. Everybody started that going back and forth. Dave, you still here with me, bro?
I'm still here, brother. Can you hear me?
Let's get you right. Let's get you right. Say something again, Dave.
Oh, you guys hear me over there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, that was the time. That was the time. Harrisburg Cougars, Stilton. That was the time.
So it wasn't just in basketball
TNT.
either. Y'all were killers in football as well.
Yeah, it was football.
Basketball and football, Harrisburg and Stilton. Oh yeah, man.
The rivalry, man, goes back to the '60s.
Yeah.
Okay. And I tell you what, Stilton is a small town.
Yeah.
Town of 5,000 people.
Okay.
But we battled all the big dogs. The only school Harrisburg respected in this whole area was Still High. They knew they had to be on their A game when they played us in any sport.
We also had a thing for Stilton, where if a dude didn't play against Harrisburg, you'd have Cougar fever.
Right, right.
How big the rivalry was.
Oh,
if you couldn't live up to the pressure in Stilton,
that's right.
We'd say you had Cougar fever.
100%.
You'd get sick.
100%. Listen, the week before, I don't care if you broke your ankle. You better play that next week.
Yeah, that's
because
how big the game was.
if you don't, they're gonna talk about you for the rest of your life.
Wow.
So he's correct.
So Bryan, did you feel that pressure? Especially when these games came around. Or were you prepared and confident and ready to go? I mean, what level of warrior showed up to these events?
It was the ultimate warrior for these events.
Okay.
Not going to sugarcoat nothing. It was, we knew in our regular season, Stilton was going to be our biggest game.
Yeah.
So for us, it was everybody else we played.
Yeah.
Like that was just preparation for.
This is like everything.
Like for real. Like this is a big deal. We know we're going to run through everybody else with no problems.
Yeah.
And then, especially at least during my time as the point guard for Harrisburg, where I never lost a home game in a row.
Wow.
In 2 years as starting point guard.
Spoiled.
Ever. 2 years in a row. And then kind of to fast forward to that season that we was talking about, 05, when Tristan Tremaine, their whole team was there, but we had Jamal Jackson, Will Royal, Brian Peterson, Fonzo Dawson, Ricky Brown.
Wow. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, my guys, man.
Now, how did that level of chemistry with your teammates, winning, just the work you put into winning, how did that manifest also into the leader you've become today?
For me, it was I went from being like 7th, 8th grade as like a big time scorer to having to become a point guard, pass first.
And pass first mean you it's all about the team.
It's all about everybody else.
And you're teaching that today.
So I had to learn early on how to lead men at that point. For Harrisburg, we was in high school, but it was like we was grown men.
But you still had to understand chemistry. You had to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So
you had to understand persuasion.
How was your mind working at that point?
It was the same way. Persuasion, respect, having a work ethic, leading by example, and being super encouraging, being motivating, not letting anybody feel unwelcome, unwanted. And just being able to just instill so much motivation and pride in everybody around me that's for at least for my 2 years, like that's what I was standing on.
These are the nuggets of the conversation because it's one thing that you do this, you do this, you do this. It's how it came together. It's how it works. That's what they need to know out there.
Yeah,
because it adds into also what you're teaching, what you're selling, which is how to be the best version of yourself.
And it becomes from preparation, but right now for myself, I teach so much leadership, and my leadership skills really came from being a point guard. So again, being able to manage a whole entire gym or an energy, that when they see me come out first, that room was gonna light up.
What are you saying about being an athlete? What is it that you're saying? Like, what does athletics do for you as a person? How does it help you to develop?
I wouldn't even say just athletics. I would say it's the mindset, because everybody's an athlete.
Yeah,
like
the
way my life and ideology works is everybody's an athlete, but everybody's mindset is levels to it.
Yes,
it's levels to it.
Talk to me.
So for myself, it was my mindset as an athlete was, when I'm gonna walk in here, you're gonna feel my energy. When I leave out of here, you're gonna feel my energy. I'm gonna control every single second.
Respect.
Damn right.
Every second I'm gonna control when you see me time to perform.
That's a championship mindset.
That's a championship mindset.
So I got a couple questions, actually.
What's up, champ?
Is it easier or harder to lean on a group of teammates to do something, or are there incidents where it comes into an individual needing to?
One, I can jump in real quick with that one. It's coming from a football background. You're also playing with teammates as well.
That's different. Everybody knows the quarterback can just take it and run. Now I'm talking about
We're talking about the bottom values here, which is the individual and how they approach their preparation, how they approach their responsibilities, and how accountable they are for making sure that they perform well. He already checks all those boxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And as a football player, I'm also checking those boxes mentally as I'm listening to your question. The thing is, it's all about finding that person that Bryan has found in the 8th grade, and then bringing him to all those environments that he's in as well, because not everyone is mentally prepared.
Yeah.
Not everyone is on that level for leadership. Not everyone is aware of every nuance in their surroundings. You were able to bring that, and I'm sure a lot of your teammates learned from you, correct? Or yes or no?
That's a fact. And I mean, I guess it all coincides because not everybody's has the ability to be a full-blown leader.
No.
Some people are great number 2s, 3s, 4s. Some people are just great individuals and need to be persuaded into how to work as a team. So that was my role, though.
Yeah, I was going to actually elaborate on, piggyback off you two.
We got Jason Bryant in the boat.
Yeah, how you doing? But what I was going to say, because you were such a floor general, because that's what I'm going to call you, because that's what you
100%.
were.
Good word.
You was a floor
100%.
general.
Great word.
Floor general. Did you find yourself at times, because everything don't go according to plan when you go into a game or into a battle, did you find yourself where you had to pick your guys up and get them motivated? Because maybe sometimes it was too easy and they went out there with that nonchalant attitude and it was like, look, man, we can't take these guys lightly. Like, we got to, keep things going. How did you keep those guys motivated and focused when you were out there?
Or when you were down a couple points that you needed to hurry up and get?
Yeah, so for us, we just was blessed with good timing, too, because our same guys from 6th, 7th, 8th grade, for the most part, we was going through the whole journey together, and I've always been that leader.
Right.
So I've always been able to be that voice for everybody, to keep everybody motivated, to be that mold.
Nah, that's unfair, Bryan.
I know, it
when
ain't
you
my
get
time.
when you get the blessing to roll with the same group of people that you have chemistry, brotherhood. I'm talking about you guys are galvanized. That's unfair.
When I was in 8th grade, we was 16-0.
Dude.
Again, and you had it like that back then.
Guys, but even then, I had them guys like really following my lead, because I was not only just telling them but yelling at them, but I was showing them what it takes, and they was following the lead.
So how old were you when you started playing?
I started playing basketball early though. I was like 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
Let me ask this question real quick. This is a test for you, Bryan, because you're a striking person. What kind of male are you?
I'm an alpha. I'm a big dog.
You sure?
I'm an alpha, but being an alpha, I've learned that you got to be an alpha when it's time, but you also got to be nice and stable when it's time.
So based on that last statement, you also have to be nice and stable. Wouldn't that be a little bit of a Sigma male trait? Because you sound like an orchestrator behind the scenes. Are you even aware of the Sigma male trait? You are. Because you strike me as someone who's just operating in the shadows and to wear all these different hats. One thing, you have to represent everything that you're doing, but it's another thing, you have to architect everything that you're doing. So how do you balance all of that shit, man? I mean, that's what's striking me right now, because I want to know you.
It's poise and control. My poise and my control of myself is so strong. I'm 100% confident in who I am, no matter who I'm around.
See, you're gonna go to conferences and businesses and schools, and you're gonna tell people how to, be the best versions of themselves. Excuse me, guys. Be the best version of themselves. I'm trying to extract it right now. Like, okay, what are the juices that flow through your veins that make you operate the way you do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's very impressive that someone can just have such a balance. Where others can't just make it to the gym.
Yeah.
Where others can't get to work every day. Simple things. What bridge are you trying to gap? I mean, what gap are you trying to fill in when you talk to people about becoming the best versions of themselves? How are you doing it?
Preparation. You got to all right, I have a motto called stay focused, remain humble, and keep working.
I like that.
So it's stay focused, but you got to in order to create a focus, you got to write the vision down and make it plain. So I got journals. I've been in business 12 years. I got journals for like 12 years, literally, almost every day.
So you document everything.
You document it, but you also got to just write down so you can stay focused and aligned with what you want to achieve.
Now, writing it down also is a way of saying it out loud, because what you did was you manifested those things into reality. Champ, does some of the things that Bryan are saying resonate with you, especially with 2 championships, having to get into the cage, roundhousing people, getting kicked in the face, getting punched in the face? Does some of the things that Bryan say resonate as far as the passion that this man possesses?
I'm more or less intrigued, because it's a different mindset, right? Like, because where I come from, everything is very, very selfish, right? And the way this man's talking is he's talking about sharing the wealth. He's not talking about himself and becoming everything by himself, and like he's literally giving credit to his teammates, his mentors, and everybody else in this world that got him to where he needed to be, to the fact that where he became this elite level athlete. Instead of just keeping the ball and, slam dunking it all the time, he's passing off the rock for the game-winning shot.
I love the word you use, intrigued, because I guess that's why I'm taking this approach to the interview, because I'm also intrigued as to how a man stays so focused, passionate, and is able to execute all the things he needs to do. Then on top of it, turns it into a business and then starts to execute it. Where did you even find time to write a book?
Man, so the book.
Farron.
Talk to me, Jay. Talk to me.
Not only the book, because this is something that I really want the audience to know about this gentleman.
Please.
He traveled with the Globetrotters. So
another amazing experience.
How do you get picked up by the Globetrotters?
and then on top of that, the skill you have to possess to even be acknowledged by a team of that level, the skills.
Let's also acknowledge what he does for our community as well.
Wow.
Didn't you just finish up a youth basketball camp?
Youth basketball camp, the second one.
Second one?
Yeah, this summer.
That's crazy. Like, the fact that you're able to do all this and then still take time out of your busy schedule to try to give back to the community that you grew up in, knowing how our area is, it blows my mind away. So how could I get off? How was the camp? Could you tell me a little bit about like what's going on at your basketball camp
and what
maybe?
I like that question, Dave.
Nice sure. Well, I'm gonna hit JB and I'm gonna come right back to it. So with the Globetrotters, I was living in North Carolina. I was running after.
Whereabouts?
In Charlotte.
Okay. I used to live in Concord. That's what I was asking.
Concord, yeah. I used to hang out in Concord a little bit too. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, 77. But go ahead.
But you were living down there, and how did you hook up?
I was doing an after-school program. The funding got cut.
Okay.
I called my mentor, Chris Handles Franklin. He's been an icon and legend for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Head coach.
He's the head coach now for the Globetrotters.
Oh, that's awesome. Are we going to see Coach Franklin in about 2 weeks?
He will be here in 2 weeks.
That's my guy.
Man.
I mean, that's my
I would love if you could stop in and we all chop it up together.
A big testament of my journey to
Is
Chris
that
Franklin.
Right?
Big time.
But please, we'll get back to that, but continue.
I called him. I'm like, Handles, this contract just ended. Like, can you get me a shot? Just a tryout for Globetrotters. He like, yep, say no more. I'm gonna call you right back.
Wow.
The guy he called me. He's like, B, I need you. I'm gonna fly you down to New Jersey. While in New Jersey, you can try out. I go to tryouts. I go to my briefcase, a resume, cover letter.
Yeah.
We go do the whole workout first. I have a great workout, great trials, about 25, 30 people there. When it's my time to come to the interview, I sit down, open up my briefcase, my notebook, my folder,
My briefcase.
give everybody my resume and cover letters for everything we doing. I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm Bryan Majors. I'm ready to work.
Just striking.
All the coach looked at me like I was crazy.
Wow.
They never saw nobody come to a basketball tryout interview with a resume.
Wow.
So I ended up being able to travel the world with the Globetrotters as a Washington General for 2 years.
Wow.
Played in almost every NBA arena, almost every college arena, traveled to East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and China for 2 weeks.
That's cool.
Now I have a question.
To you, big shout out
listen,
to
that's
you.
big time. That's big time. So I want to get into the detail of the traveling with the Globetrotters
Talk to me.
because is it staged for you guys to lose?
No.
Oh, that's a good question.
Greatest show on earth, though. It's the greatest show on earth.
Right.
B
So,
answered that
because-
so concise. He was like, no. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that for face value.
Because Chris and those guys, they're out there doing all the tricks and their moves and everything. So are you guys, you know what's coming. Do you guys practice together? Like, how does this work? I want to know the real
You're
deal.
asking if this is the WWE. Is that what you're doing?
Basically.
Guys going out there playing
I
animal.
like that, Fair. I like that.
That's one of those things. I'm
Defend that,
sworn
Bryan.
to secrecy.
Defend that.
Okay.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
So it was a good question.
It was
Fair.
No,
It was a
that's
good
great.
question.
I was going to
Jay,
get there.
I just
Shout out to you.
Appreciate you, brother.
He said it's sworn to secrecy.
greatest show on earth, though, man.
Hey, we're gonna take that for face value, man. Hey, don't forget out there, like, comment, subscribe. We got B Majors in the building, man. This is a great conversation so far, man. B, listen, can you come back?
Whenever.
Because we gotta, we have a time schedule.
It has to be a part 2.
There's gonna need to be a part 4, Jay.
Part 4.
It's so much.
We're gonna
Have a segment on each aspect of his life.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all the hats and different things he wears, but you know what? I just wanted to break the ice, meet you, get to know you, and have a great time.
I'm really one of them ones that say it and go get it done. I'm really one of them ones, no matter the challenge.